Hi beauties, welcome to my channel HR Beauty by Julia. I'm Julia and I'm your virtual beauty therapist. I have been one for the past 10 years, so I do hope you enjoy my tips, advices and ideas about your skincare. If you do so, please consider subscribing to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, share it and comment below. Let me know your thoughts. You can also find me in Instagram, where I publish different type of content very often, so you will find me there as well if you want to follow me. Now, with the topic for today, it is very controversial. I think because the opinions are so polarized when we talk about clean beauty, I needed some time to get all of my information together. So this video will show you what I think clean beauty gave, what was the positives, and how actually from great idea for me personally it became a monster. So first and foremost, what is clean beauty? To put it very simply, whatever a brand wants to. And this is a huge issue for me personally, because what I say, I'm an owner of a brand name A. I decided that I don't like mineral oil. So for me, clean beauty will be containing this ingredient and mineral oil free type of products. That's fine, because there is no regulation about naming myself as clean beauty, so I can name myself like this. For brand B, the fact that say I am using synthetic ingredients means that I'm not clean brand, but they are, because they don't use, but in the same times they do use mineral oil, so I don't consider them either clean beauty. So everyone is kind of right about themselves. The positives about clean beauty and what it gave to the beauty industry in general, I do think there are quite a few. First and foremost, we started looking a bit more, or quite more, into where the ingredients come from. So are they environmentally friendly? Are we damaging the environment by growing certain ingredients? And basically the sources of the ingredients of your product started to be more important. Now, some of the brands do take care of this type of information towards their consumers quite a lot, and they will provide you with, I don't know, the whole information, where this ingredient came from which region, say different type of people are looking for this type of plants, and the way that they are working, the fact that we have ethical behavior from point of view of working environment as well. So this is definitely something that clean beauty just brought much more towards the consumers, and we started looking much more into not just efficient products but also ethical products. Then definitely you have many more cruelty-free brands, and I think this is great. I think this is a very great step towards, you know, getting rid of the collagen from cow bones and cow skin that you have in your collagen supplements or your skincare products, because people don't realize how often you have animal substances into your products. Then we do have a bit more products that are for vegan, that are not just halal but in general related not just with your beliefs but also the way that you live, your lifestyle. This is definitely also plus. Also, of course, the fact that some people might be allergic towards certain ingredients, the fact that you have products which are free from those and they're very well known and highlighted from the manufacturers, I also think it's great. All these points were really, at least I think, brought into our attention from the clean beauty trend, and I do support them. I do think they're very positive, and if you find brands that are truly clean beauty from those points and don't just try to take your money, you should try to support them. I do think so. There are many brands that are very cautious and taking real efforts to provide you with not just efficiency but, as I already said, ethical type of products. However, then comes the mess. What makes a clean brand clean is the fact that it contains certain things, but also it's free from things. And if we have to talk about this, you have free from chemicals, from synthetic ingredients, from preservatives, from certain preservatives, say like parabens or something like mineral oil, free from what else? Cancerogenic products, endocrine disruptors, and harsh chemicals and toxic products, and this is all free from. But if you think about harsh chemicals, what are harsh chemicals? Everything is chemical. 100% environment of water, this is not gonna end well, so yes, this will be quite deadly for you. That doesn't mean that water is a very dangerous chemical. So all of this is just because it is so misleading for consumers. The European Union banned brands from using on the packing and for the products terminologies such as chemical-free, preservative-free and toxic-free. In the States, the FDA is not regulating them, so if you see this type of labeling on American products, that doesn't mean that they're superior than the European, it's just the regulation is very different. If someone is advertising you that they have a clean, natural, very working, efficient, superior type of product, and that the rest of the brands are giving you some kind of toxic, health endangering type of ingredients, then it completely makes sense you will go towards those ones. But the truth is that the fact that something can be potentially dangerous doesn't mean that it is in your product. And I highly recommend you to check out a Lab Muffin. Her name is Michelle and she is a chemist. If you have a lion in a zoo behind bars or glass, the lion itself is a dangerous animal. But because of your exposure and the conditions around you, he doesn't represent any danger for yourself. However, the same lion is dangerous, but it's not in this case. If you have the same animal and you go to safari in Africa and you meet this lion, he will be a danger for you, definitely, because your exposure will be very different, your environment will be very different. So the same way, toxicologists are trying to calculate how certain ingredient that can be a hazard will be actually the consumer exposed to. So if you use all of your skincare, say with parabens, and they all contain the maximum, then the formula of your particular product will be at least 100 times less than this quantity. I hope it makes sense, but my point is that there's science, a lot of science, into formulating your skincare products in order to be safe for you. Very often, the fact that we point fingers towards certain ingredient doesn't mean that they are so bad. So here, your personal position is playing a huge part into deciding which one is clean beauty, which one is not. And we should not be trying to shame other consumers or other brands just because they decided that these or the other ingredients is safe for them. In the end of the day, we do have a lot of scientists, we do have regulating organs that are checking the safety of the consumers. So it's not like everyone is trying to poison us. On the contrary, every product that is on the market had to go to a lot of testing. For me personally, it's a bit weird, the fact that you don't know what is this study that people are quoting. You have no idea about the year, the volume of the study, the test, the scientists behind it, the title of the study, no links towards it, no information whatsoever. So for me, this type of quoting the study is quite... Very often when we look into studies, what I will see with my knowledge and my experience might be very different from what you will see, and then from what, say, biologist, toxicologist or physician will see, because they will be much more aware with the terminology, with the method that are requested to do certain type of testing done. Plus the simple fact that it takes us around 5 good things for us to forget one bad that happened. So say if a study is 10 pages and everything is lovely and saying greatly things, if you focus on the one negative sentence that you will see, this is what you will remember. This is something that you might take out of context, and this is what you will use as a proof of what you believe is the truth. We have people who know, who are studying. We don't have some forgotten or forbidden type of study that Clean Beauty have found. In order for anyone to work, say as a doctor, they need to have this type of continuous education. So people keep reading, people keep finding researches, they keep reviewing researches. Definitely things can change. But what we know so far, and what I think is very important to understand, is that if your dermatologist is saying that for your newborn is absolutely fine and it is recommended to use something as cheap as effective as petroleum jelly, and then you have some celebrity that is advertising and gaining a lot of money from this advertisement, that this Clean Beauty brand is petroleum jelly free and that's why you should purchase it. I don't understand why people keep purchasing the celebrity skincare, and why not listening what their dermatologist is saying. So yeah. There's nothing inherently wrong with synthetic ingredients, just like there's nothing inherently superior to the natural ones. If you think about it, some of the most dangerous and poisonous substances are plant-based. Natural ingredients are very difficult to work with. There's a lot of variable into their environment, from where they will be growth, like in Africa or in Europe. The soil, the sun exposure, the seasons, the animals around. I mean, even if you're harvesting this month and next month, there might be difference in what is into the product, what kind of compounds they are. Plus, if you're thinking about synthetic ingredients, you know exactly what there is. There was no use of any land or a lot of resources going into this one. There's a lot of tests done in order to ensure the efficiency and the safety of this ingredient. And if there is something potentially that could be dangerous or a bit irritating, then the scientists are able to actually change slightly the formula, play around this ingredient in order to make it safer. While with natural ingredients, you can't really do this. For me personally, if I have to pick between lemon peel oil and pure ascorbic acid, 10%, say, in my brightening serum, well, guess which one I will pick, especially because people really seems to that they don't realize that essential oils are crazy strong. We have much more studies how greatly it is working, plus you have a lot of different derivatives, synthetic derivatives of vitamin C that are making it more efficient, more stable, more safe. While with citrusy essential oils, especially with sun exposure, it could be quite actually irritating for the skin. I have seen quite a few brands that are actually adding to the label that the label has to be removed, and it's written on them that you have to remove the label, you have to wash the bottle, say throw the pump, because sometimes also they are not recyclable, and then what you have is just the bottle and then toss it for recycling. Another thing is that also with the recycling, yes, it is possible to recycle bottles that are colorful, because brands sometimes are using them because they're a bit more catchy, but the fact is that you need a company, a recycling company, to buy all of this colorful plastic and then recycle it, while most of the brands that are doing this recycling process prefer to get clear or white type of plastics and recycle them. So if there's no one to buy this colorful plastic, it ends up the same way like the general waste in the land. And the other quite important thing is, I believe, that if we're talking that much about sustainability and recycling, plastic can be recycled only a few times before the chemical structure doesn't allow it anymore. The quality won't be good. While if you pick glass packaging, glass can be recycled unlimited amount of time. You do get also ingredients that are branded as too bad for the environment, and that's why clean brands prefer to say that they're free from palm oil. You can say have rapeseed oil everywhere, but it will take much more of the land, so this is also not a solution. And that's why a lot of the scientists are saying, why not replace it with synthetic ingredients, and it will be much better for the environment, and it will be much safer for the environment. It won't use that much resources, land, and this is a solution that makes a bit more sense, at least to me. But for clean beauty, that doesn't make sense, doesn't it? To say we're not gonna use palm oil, we're gonna use synthetic ingredients. No, it's much more likely to pick just another type of vegetable oil, and this is, I think, also not a sustainable solution in this case. Because of the huge trend of certain ingredients, some plant species are already endangered in certain areas of Asia, and I mean certain types of ginseng or ginger, and also bakuchiol or bakuchiol. This is the plant alternative of retinol. I made a whole video about it. If you want to check it out, I will add it in the description box somewhere above here as well. So when I did this video, I really had no idea that actually, because it is getting more and more advertised, the demand is higher. Actually, this has been affecting the plant in Asia. So I no longer think that this is such a great idea to look for plant alternatives in these cases, when because we are demanding much more of this plant species, actually we are leading towards extinction the same plant. And we are talking about carbon dioxide as well, emissions from the transportation, from the farming. So I don't know, yes, I like my plant ingredients and some of them might be beneficial, but I don't think that we should say that you should use only natural, you should use only clean beauty products and synthetic are so bad, because I hope it makes sense in this video that there's a lot of questions related with clean beauty that are making it a bit not so great. Just say for the list, right? Consider subscribing to the channel. Find me on Instagram. There will be some giveaways for Valentine's Day as well. So if this is something that you would like to participate in, you can find me on Instagram as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye bye!